right, here we go. Yo, 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 what up, though, man? Carl Crawford in the building. What's good, my guy?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'm glad to finally get down and sit with you. Had a kind of conversation with you.
For sure. I missed you the last time, so, I want to just go and catch up and get in there.
It's all good, man. Hey, man, thank you for everything you done, man. Definitely, I love putting you on the Texas Gatekeeper list.
Hey, I appreciate you for putting me on there. Hey, you be ruffling a couple of feathers when you do that, but it's all good.
In what way have you seen the feathers been ruffled, man?
Well, I'm coming from another lane, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a baseball player, man, gatekeeper in a rap game in Texas, like people that just kind of like feel a certain type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, but at the same time, I'm putting in the work to get people like you to put me right there. So, if you was just giving it to me and I wasn't doing the work, then I'd probably feel a certain type of way. But I feel like I earned it.
Got you, man. And you know what? I catch a lot of slack for that list as well.
Yeah.
But I tell people all the time, like, man, the list isn't to put somebody over somebody. It's really just to highlight the ones that's typically not in front of the scenes when it comes to music, and so show people what's in their backyard.
Yeah.
But of course, when you put a number next to somebody, immediately become a ranker, man, for sure. But it's our first time sitting down, man. So I just want to catch the journey, man. People know you, Major League Baseball player, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. Texas native. You grew up in Houston, huh?
Right. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Played sports my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Just was always connected to Houston and rap because, we had a lot of places where I went to as a youngster where they broke a lot of the underground music. So I was always attracted to the scene.
Got you.
Once I got old enough, I started coming back home in the off season and, hanging around those guys and being in the mix and just seeing it and just like, man, this seemed like it'll be fun. I wonder how I can get into it, and that's kind of how the thought process of me being in the music actually started.
Got you. Now, growing up, man, like, who was your influence? Was it your father? Was it your uncles?
Yeah, growing up, for me, it was always family members, like my uncles. I had uncles and cousins and stuff that were older than me that took on a bigger brother, uncle type of role for me. And, I looked up to those guys because they took care of their house home. They, like, played sports and did all that type of stuff and just kind of guided me through, certain little things that I went through growing up.
Got you. Now, what part of Houston is it? Fifth Ward?
Yeah, I'm from Fifth Ward. Hardest Street to be exact. You can go check. 1501 is the actual address in there. That's where 1501 comes from.
Got you.
So I got that name because I actually wanted to just start over from where I came from once I retired. I was like, well, let me challenge myself to see if I can go back to where I started and then come out of it again.
Yeah.
Well, I actually did. Some people didn't like that, but, I was able to do it again, so.
Now, for everybody, Fifth Ward is home to, the GOAT, Jay Prince and things of that nature, man. Like, coming up, did you see that influence of Jay Prince in your neighborhood?
Jay is like one of those things where if you didn't see him, though, you still kind of felt like he was there still.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to this certain neck of the woods, you just kind of feel that type of presence around. So everybody knew the mystique about him and the aura about him. And, you see people that make people nervous at times, but then you'll be attracted to the way, people respected the situation or, or anything. So it kind of that for whatever reason, jarred me in,